Hello students, I am Dr. Tanmay Vishwas. I hope you all are fine. So today we will discuss a very basic but very important topic, that is summary about the reaction intermediates. It's mainly a summary type video. Intermediate mainly based on carbon based intermediate. Okay. For example, carbocation, carbene, carbon radical, carbon ion. So what we are going to learn today? We are going to learn today about their nature, electronic configuration means its sextet, octet like that, and whether means how it is stabilized, what is the reactivity pattern, all those things we will learn. So I believe this is very important for improvement of basic understanding about this field. So I request you please watch until the end. Okay. So see, carbocation, we are always familiar about this. So let's start from carbocation. What is carbocation? Means carbon having a positive charge. What carbon? See this central carbon. So what does it mean this? So this is electron deficient. Point number 1. How many electrons are there? 6 electrons. Okay. So actually let's take this as a ED. Let's consider this electron deficient term as ED. Okay. It's a 6 electron species. Okay, electron deficient. So consequently, why it's electron deficient? Because every atom needs 8 electrons to fill its octet. So we have 6 electron deficient. So it's an electrophile. So these are the character of this thing, electrophile. So whom it will react? So electrophile, and it will react with. It will react with 2. One is nucleophile and another and base. Why? See, nucleophile and base both are electron rich species because these both are electron rich. So they will react with electron rich species. Okay. Now question, how this is stabilized? This carbocation. See, carbocations are stabilized by hyperconjugation. What is that? So if we want to write this by point to point, this is point number 1, electron deficient, this is electrophilic. Third, it is stabilized through hyperconjugation. What does it mean by hyperconjugation? See, this is a carbon having plus charge. Just I am not considering the substitution. Attached to a methyl group means CH2, this hydrogen. What can happen? That this bond can come here. So if it does, then what happens? Actually this bond pair is coming, so there will be remaining, actually this is, and there is a H plus. Okay. So rest of the things same. So not only this hydrogen, after next turn, these 2 hydrogen will also show the effect in that way. Fine. See this. So in this way hyperconjugation works. Additionally, it is known as no bond resonance. Why? Because see, actually we are saying that this hydrogen is free right now as a proton. No, it has a weak bond with this. So it is logically more accurate to represent the situation in this. So number of hyperconjugation mode, number of delocalization means extent of delocalization of this positive charge will enhance. That is the reason why tertiary carbocation, for example tertiary butyl, this is more stable than benzylic. I know you will be surprised, but I have already uploaded a lecture based on this topic. Please visit if you have any confusion. Okay. So this, now fine. We have discussed about the stability of this carbocation species, means reason for the stability. Okay. So this is hyperconjugation. Not only hyperconjugation, if you have resonance also, that is stable. What is the example? See, if you take, let me clean it a little bit. So 1 point hyperconjugation, another point resonance. Resonance means, for example, this, let's consider this compound, this trityl alcohol. This is pH pH. If you put any kind of acid like sulfuric acid, slight amount of H plus it gets, what it converted? A trityl cation. It's a stable cation and colored. So means it produces pH3C plus, and this is relatively stable. Actually, keep it in mind, they are reaction intermediate, or you can say reactive intermediates. Okay, when I am saying something stable, means it is relatively stable. Okay, fine. So this is the example how this is stabilized. This is stabilized by delocalization of the positive charge among 3-phenyl group. How? This carbon is attached to 3-phenyl group. This. Now see, the plus charge is here through resonance from this, then this. In this way, these 3 rings will participate. So actually, the positive charge is delocalized over 3 rings, and that's how it is stabilized. Okay, this is one. Second, aromaticity. Like if you take cyclopropynyl cation, this is stable. How? Because it can come here and it will have another canonical form, means this. So means in a average thing we can say that this plus charge is delocalized over 3 carbon. That's why this cyclopropynyl cation is stabilized, but there is a difference. This is stabilized by simple resonance, but this is stabilized by aromaticity, which is a kind of resonance, but extent of stabilization is higher. Okay, so how carbocation could be stabilized? First of all, hyperconjugation, resonance, and one additional example is aromaticity. By the way, another point is also there which I missed. How carbocation could be stabilized? Carbocation could also be stabilized based on plus I effect. How? For example, it's a hypothetical. You have carbon which do not have any hydrogen. Okay, like this. This is the carbocation. How this is stabilized? This is through plus I effect. What does it mean? That electron density of this bond will be pushed in this direction. Question: why it will be pushed in this direction? The simple answer is, see, this carbon having plus charge means it is electron deficient. Consequently, since electron deficient or electron hungry, it will pull the electron density from this bond, this free bond. And this carbon will cooperate because this carbon is attached to 3 other functional groups. So it is relatively electron rich, so it can give. It means that you have slight excess amount of money and somebody needs one. So you can give some amount. I am not saying complete, but some amount, such that this person will be stabilized and you will feel also comfortable that you have helped someone. So that is the reason this is called plus I effect. What is the difference between plus I effect versus this hyperconjugation? See, if you consider methyl group, it can show 2 types, plus I effect as well as hyperconjugation. How? See, plus I effect means through sigma bond, this bond will work, but hyperconjugation means this bond will weaken and work. Okay, so please keep this thing in mind, it is helpful. Fine. Now, so if this, okay, another point, if we can explain, if you want to explain this hyperconjugation based on molecular orbital theory, how could we explain? See, a carbon based carbon bond, this is plus, and see, this is a CH bond, means this is a C plus vacant p orbital and this is the CH pair. Okay, so they can, if they combine, means actually I am saying it's a overlap, means a delocalization. So what happens? It will not be that much stable, but I should not show that much, it is not that much stable. So this, okay, so what happens, that 2 electrons comes here. Now see, there is some stabilization, delta E, and this is the stabilization arising because of hyperconjugation. Okay, so this is the overall description. Now just try to think or visualize the story from different end. Okay, let's consider about carbon radical. I will come to the carbon later on. It's a little different. So carbon radical means actually this is a 7 electron species, electron deficient, and actually this is stabilized by hyperconjugation, okay, and resonance plus R effect or plus I effect also you can say. So this factor. How you can think that? Just remove the plus sign from here. Just instead of plus sign there is a radical. Okay. Now what will happen? Charge will come here. Okay. So in this way, this hyperconjugation. Now if you want to represent this story, see there is one electron. So after combination there is one electron. So see, two electrons stabilized, one electron unstabilized. So need one electron stabilized. Actually it's true that this delta E, and if you consider, sorry, with respect to this if you consider, so this stabilization, the unstabilization is slight excess with respect to the stabilization, but since two stabilized, one destabilized, so we can accept. So this is the hyperconjugation. Now this thing, I shall come to the reactions later on. Let's discuss about the stabilization factor. Okay. And another thing, it's a single electron species, so you have to keep it in mind. Such type of materials are paramagnetic. Okay, single electron there. So what they will prefer to react? They will prefer to react electron rich intermediate, but not like carbocation. Carbocation can accept two electrons at a time, but it can abstract one electron and or one electron based elimination, means radical based elimination. I will come after some time. Fine. So this is, now let's think about the carbon ion. Means just if you take carbon minus, will this thing work? No. Then what means that it will produce H minus. No, that's not stabilization. So hyperconjugation, this is an important statement. Hyperconjugation cannot stabilize carbon ion. I have already uploaded few lectures about carbocation, carbon ion, hyperconjugation. Please visit if you want to learn more. This is a summary type video. That's why I am not going. Okay. And why from MO diagram? How I can explain this story? See, if you put another electron, then another will come. Will it be stable? Because as I told, from this center, this energy is slight excess than this. Means from drawing, I guess it is little difficult to understand. Let's consider this. This is the level. So this is slight higher in energy. So it means this conjugation means unstabilization. So hyperconjugation is not possible for carbon ion. Now question, how this could be stabilized? See, based on your basic understanding, you can answer this question. Okay. See, this is a carbon ion. Previously, see, this is an electron deficient species. So we need some group which is attached to this and supplying electron. Then it stabilizes. For example, if you take a carbocation, this, and along with this there is an OR. This is a plus charge. Now what can happen? This lone pair can conjugate and reduce the electron deficiency of this carbon and form this. Now why? Question, there was a positive charge on carbon atom and right now positive charge is on oxygen atom which is more electron. Question, why this will occur? Because 8 electron. Now every atom, previously it was a 6 electron species. Right now every atom in this molecule enjoying 8 electron means stabilization. That is the reason. So if we understand, in case of radical, same thing also applicable. Okay, how if you take radical here, this is also applicable. Why? Means it is not better to show in this way. The molecular orbital diagram, if you see, so this is radical, this is double bond. So as I told, explain this thing. So similar, molecular orbital is better. Now question, if we think about carbon ion, how we can explain this factor? Since carbon is moderately electronegative and it has excess electron, means this is actually a 8 electron species, not electron deficient, it is electron rich. Okay, and another thing, so it cannot be stabilized hyperconjugation but stabilized through resonance but withdrawing minus I effect. Additionally minus R effect and minus I effect. Now I will come. For example, if you take one electronegative atom like chlorine, through withdrawing effect, minus I effect, it can stabilize. Real example, CCl3 minus, it is produced during Raman-Tiemann reaction. Okay, deprotonation of chloroform in presence of base. This you will say, sir, that there are some stabilization from chlorine. I agree, but not that much important. Okay, so here minus I is very, very important. Let's take one example of minus R. For example, if you take acetone, means carbon ion of acetone versus carbon ion of acetyl acetone. Okay, see, previously there was only one canonical form possible. What do I mean? Means, so this is the, in this way it could be stabilized, but here two options possible. One is this side, so O minus, this, another is from the other one, means this O minus. So both way it is stabilized, so means it's doubly stabilized, more stable, and that is the reason, means you have to put minus I effect, or if you can consider like CF3 minus this thing. So minus I effect as well as minus R, both considered, means it is helping, this minus R or minus I helping to delocalize the concentrated excess electron on carbon. Okay, and since it is electron rich, so it is nucleophilic. Okay, so it is nucleophilic or basic depending on the situation. I'll come. Okay, so we have discussed about the stabilization factor of carbocation, radical and carbon ion. Okay, the story is different. Now let's discuss little bit about the carbene. It's it is another type of reaction, intermediate, but it has a difference from carbocation. Okay, why? See, in both case, if you see, there are p orbital. I should write in this way. This versus this. So in both cases there is a vacant p orbital. Okay, but this difference is that, see, in case of carbocation, but this is actually charged. So this is charged, but this is neutral. Just comparison, I am not saying difference, comparison. This is a 6 electron species, this is also a 6 electron species. This is electron deficient, this is also electron deficient. This is, you may consider Lewis acidic. This is also similar Lewis acidic. But what is the interesting point comes because of this. Actually, I am considering here singlet. I will come. Singlet carbene. Just similar there, that's why. So means it can come as a ligand or nucleophile also. Ligand or nucleophile. Why? Because of this lone pair. But carbocation cannot. Okay. Now let's go to another variation of this carbene. What is that? If you take this, so this is the sp2 hybridized orbital and this is the p orbital. Now you can see that one electron here, one electron here. It is interesting. See, this is actually a diradical. Okay. Another thing, spin could be same unpaired. So depending on the condition. So carbene means all the characters are there, electron deficient. This is also a 6 electron species. This. So this. Now question, when it will be, this is actually a triplet carbene. Okay. Triplet carbene. So both are electron deficient, but when it will be, because if you have electron donating group like OMe, then they can participate in conjugation with this lone pair and vacant p orbital, then they will prefer to make a singlet carbene. Whereas if you take single simple alkyl group like that, then this, because that kind of stabilization is not available here. Okay, so what is property of this? This can act as a electrophile, electron deficient. Here nucleophile using this, but it cannot act as a nucleophile. It will act as a diradical and show that kind of reactions. Okay, now let's discuss little bit about their reactions. Means this mainly about this carbocation, carbon ion and radical. Okay, so what type of reaction they usually do and why? See, for carbocation there are two types of reaction possible. One type is nucleophilic attack and one type is addition. So let me write. One type is nucleophilic attack on C plus, and one type is base proton abstraction, better to say proton abstraction. Why and how? See, if you have a nucleophile reagent, means electron rich and can form stable carbon-carbon bond, okay, then it will react. For example, if you take this and in the reaction medium, if you have enough amount of solvents like methanol, then what can happen? The lone pair of methanol can attack and result in the formation of ONE. Means after attack, it will have a positive charge, then it will remove the proton and become ONE. It will result in a ether formation. Okay. So this is the nucleophilic attack. Now proton abstraction. For example, you have this is R plus charge. Now you do not have stronger nucleophile, like you have taken in your reaction medium potassium tertiary butoxide. It's a bulky reagent, so it cannot attack here as nucleophile. So consequently, what it can do, instead of substitution, it can abstract this proton. Means what will done, if it abstract this proton, there will be a negative. Actually, it happens same time. Actually, this is not like that. Negative charge will stay here. No, that doesn't exist. But for your understanding, I am telling. Please be careful. This now see, this carbon is electron deficient, 6 electron. This is electron rich, means carbon ion, 8 electron. Now they combine. It is a p orbital. It is a p. So if they combine, ultimately, actually initially it was sp3, but during the reaction it hybridized into p orbital, and they combine and form a C double bond, and charge getting neutralized because there is a positive, there is a negative. This, so it result in alkene formation. So two type of reaction possible. One means substitution, another is elimination. So this is the elimination reaction. It was the substitution reaction. Okay. Okay, fine. So now let's think about radical. So I will not say nucleophilic attack. We can consider addition reaction. Better to say, better to more logically addition we can say. How? For example, you have this radical. This is R dot. And for example, we know oxygen. It's a very good radical scavenger. How? Because oxygen, natural oxygen remains in diradical. So what can happen? It can form bond. Please be careful about when you are writing the reactions of radical, you have to use fish hook arrow. This is named as fish hook arrow. Means actually full arrow means 2 electron movement. It is single electron movement. That's so. Just we will forget this part. Just forget. So what it is resulting? This is resulting. This I will not forget. Okay. So see, it was a 1 electron. It was 1 electron. So 1 electron. So it was a 7 electron species. It was also 7 electron. Actually, it's paramagnetic. Overall, if you see oxygen right in this way, then it's no. But actually, it doesn't remain double bond. It remains in single bond. So this 7 electron binds and ultimately enjoys, and right now it became 8 electron. Point number 1. Additionally, one type of reaction possible, that is this thing similar like elimination, radical abstraction, means some can abstract this proton, and in this way, means proton can leave somehow, and in this way it can result in also a alkene formation. Okay, so two types of possible. Fine. Now let's think about carbon ion. If you think about carbon ion, it is not electron deficient. It is electron rich. So better to write this thing as nucleophile or base. Nucleophile or base, depending on the condition. Okay. So how we can say nucleophile? See, if you take this carbon ion, CH3 minus, and if you add methyl iodide, for example, actually this methyl iodide is a electrophile. Okay, here this is delta plus, means electron deficient, so we can consider this as the electrophile. What happens? This carbon ion attacks here, this iodide leaves. So what it result? RCH3 plus I minus. Now see, what was the excess charge on carbon previously? Now gone iodine, which is more electronegative atom stable. So that is the need of, that is the logic for the driving force for this reaction. Fine. Now another reaction possible. If you take this and react with moisture, simplest reaction, what it will happen? It will abstract this proton and result in OH formation. So simply it will result in this CH plus OH minus. Now see, in this case also the negative charge gone on electronegative atom like oxygen. So that is the reaction, that is the driving force for this reaction. So two type of reaction. So this is the example of proton abstraction. So any compound having active proton means OH, means a OH bond, FH bond, NH bond, like this. So there are some other examples also, but this is commonly used. So they will be abstracted by this C minus. Okay. And additionally, if you check the periodic table, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. So this is how long you go in this size, electronegativity increases. Okay. Means that compared to carbon, these atoms can hold the negative charge better way, like this. Okay. So that is the reason that from carbon ion to corresponding these anion, this is more favorable. Okay, fine. So this is the overall description of these reactive intermediates and their nature and their reactivity, what type of reaction they have done. So this is the end of this discussion. What we have learned today? We have learned today about the nature, electronic nature, electron deficient, rich, how they are stabilized, everything we have discussed in this video. Additionally, I have discussed a little bit about carbon also, and how they react, what is their nature. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this video. If you really like my teaching, I request you, please help my channel for this growth. First of all, share this video among your friends such that many people could be benefited and they can enjoy this video. They can study during this quarantine time. And subscribe my channel, Chemistry the Mystery of Molecule, and please press the bell icon to get the notification of every single video I upload, because right now generally I prefer to upload on a regular basis. It will be helpful. And most importantly, please like the video and make some good comment, because it inspires a lot. So thank you again. Stay happy, stay blessed. See you in my next video.